Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to go over how to use Cobra this semester, where information will be at, how to submit assignments, things like that. So this first page is our announcements page and some other information. It's our home page. So here you can see that I've got for week 1 an announcement, and in the red underline I've got some important due dates and things like that. Below you will find a link and a little list of our calendar. You can click here on the calendar, or again, there's a tab up at top for calendar. My instructor information with email. Here's a thing that will pop up for Parkland News, library resources if you need them, and drop-in withdrawal dates. And then below we have the general college syllabus as well that has information as well. So up at the top, here we have the calendar, and this will get updated as I continue to load things up onto Cobra. Right now I've got week 1 and week 2, and click on it and it'll give you a little general idea of what we're doing that week. Okay? And then here, any drop boxes or quizzes that I make have an end date, and so those will pop up here on the calendar as well, so you can see when those are. Content, that is where all of our material will be. Remember, up in the overview, that's where your syllabus is. Here you're seeing a little bit more information than what you would normally see on your Cobra, because this is the instructor view. But right now, I've been putting up week 1 and then week 2 information. Remember, we're going to pace ourselves at our own pace, so there'll be more weeks worth of material up there. If that scares you, just do what the current week is. We're on week 1, just focus on week 1. All right, then when you get to week 2, focus on week 2. But if you're the type of person you have the time, you can get through things quickly, or you're doing fine so far, if you want to continue and move on, you are more than welcome to do so. So when you click on each week, I will have instructions here, and as you can see, important due dates and things like that will be in the red. And then below, here we have 3 assignments for week 1. Now please understand that that doesn't mean that's one thing, that's one thing, and that's one thing. It means you might have multiple things for each assignment. So under assignment number 1, that's where you had to read through the course syllabus, watch the videos where I explained everything, and then you have a quiz. Okay? And the quiz needs to be completed before 11:59 on Sunday, September 20th. Okay? So you click here. This will give you the instructions on how to take the quiz, and then you can click on this link or up at the quizzes tab to take the quiz. So that was assignment number 1. Assignment number 2 is very important. It needs to be submitted to me by noon on Friday. And this is the past reading and writing experiences assignment. Okay, and it's just kind of introductory questions to get to know you. If you have Microsoft Word on your computer, what you can do is you can go below, you can download it, enable editing in the yellow bar, and then you can actually type up your answers right here on this actual sheet. Okay, I would recommend, if you have the time and if you remember to do it, put your answers in a different font color, so then they'll stand out a little bit better for me. It'll be easier for me to read. And then you want to save as. Don't save. Save as. Save it to your computer, save it to your flash drive, and then you're going to go up to the Dropbox on Cobra, and then you're going to put it in the correct Dropbox. Don't just automatically put it in the first one. Put it in the one that it goes under. So it's week 1. This is the past reading and writing assignment 1. Okay? If you don't have Word on your computer, you can log into your Parkland email account, and over here on this will be the page you'll see first, and then over here on the right it'll say install Office, and you can click on this one and it will install Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote. It's all of these. Okay? And so those are there free for you to use. I think you can actually install this up to 5 devices if you really need to. Okay? So that will put Windows right on your desktop, so you don't have to have the internet connection or anything to use it. In this email also, you'll see that you could click on Word right now and use it. That would be the Word online. Now the thing about Word Online is that it doesn't have a save button. It's supposed to automatically save every so often with your internet connection, but I know other students have lost work. So always be aware of that with this, okay? But remember, you can't use Google Docs. That will not connect to the Dropbox, okay? So if you can't get Word and you don't want to use the Word Online, you can type up your stuff in an email and send it to me, okay? Or if you have the Word document in the PDF file and it won't upload to Dropbox for whatever reason, send it to me in an email, okay? And if none of that works for you, feel free to handwrite it out, take a picture of it, send it to me. If that still doesn't work, let me know, okay? Let me know immediately so I can help you. Alright, so remember, you basically need to get this assignment or any assignment done and turned in to me by noon on Friday, September 18th. That way I know that you're attending class, because we have what's called 2-day drops in CCS 98, and if you don't attend the first 2 days of class, we drop you for not attending. So because most of this is online, by submitting that assignment, that's going to work for your attendance. Okay? And then we're going to get started on Chapter 10. Okay? All of the material for Chapter 10 needs to be submitted by Sunday, September 27th. Okay? So you've got a little ways to work on it, but get started on it as soon as possible. Right here is a little subfolder that it has all the scan pages for Chapter 10. Okay? So if you haven't gotten the textbook, you're waiting on it, you don't need to go to the library to get it. It's right here for you. Okay? If you can print them off at home, that's great. If you're going to print this off, you want to download it first and then print it off. Don't try and print from here, from this web page, okay? It won't work. Alright, so make sure you read through those pages. And then here's a PowerPoint where I go over the main points of the chapter. Okay? There will be a video, another link here, a video where I actually go over these. This link here is just the PowerPoint, but then there will be a link after that to a video where I go over the PowerPoint. So if for whatever reason you just need the PowerPoint, you don't want to sit through the video again, that's fine. Alright, and then you have an assignment for Chapter 10 besides going through all of that. It's the review guide. Okay? And so you can either download this, type in your answers, or if you want to, just type up 1 and then put in the answers for all those blanks, and then 2, however you want to submit it, I'm okay with. Alright? Now I would highly suggest that when I go over in the video this PowerPoint for Chapter 10, take notes as you're going along. The more that you write it down, the more that you're remembering it, and it's going to be easier for you to understand. Okay? I would then, normally in a regular class setting, I tell students to take the chapter review worksheet and make them into flashcards. So if you have index cards, you know how they're lined on one side and not on the other. I would take each of these and turn it into a question. So if this is a term here, put the term on one side and then the definition on another side. And then that way, those will be really great index cards for you to use to study for the test. Okay? The test for Chapter 10 is going to be given during week 2, but if you get stuff done early during week 1 and you want to go take the test, you are more than welcome to. It is actually assignment number 1 here. This is a link, again with instructions, and then when I get Chapter 10 test up, there'll be a link here at the bottom, and it'll be under the quizzes tab for you. Alright, so right now I've only got 2 weeks up as I'm making this video for you, but hopefully by the time that you're watching all of this, there'll be more information here. So that's entirely up to you if you want to move forward more than what you have done, or if you just want to take it week by week. Okay, so remember, here's the drop boxes. Alright, and I will show you real quick how to do that. Gotta change over stuff. Okay, so you'll go to Dropbox. Oh, hang on. I have to make a Dropbox open. Alrighty, so that I can actually do it. So I will change the restrictions on this one. No. Alright, let's try this one more time. I have to personate a student so I can go do this. Alright, so we go into the Dropbox. Alright, we're going to click on the Dropbox we're submitting to. Always make sure it's the right one. Alright, down here it says add a file. You're going to add a file. You can connect with your OneDrive or wherever on your computer. Okay, so I'm going to pull something from my computer. Let's do this one. Okay, and then I'm going to add. Alright, and then it pops up right here. It adds. Now if you have to leave me a message about this assignment, you can do so right here. And then at the bottom you need to click on submit. But you're not done yet. You need to click done. Okay, so there it has submitted. Now in this first Dropbox, this is a place for you to save. So let's say you wanted an extra place to save your work, and now you want to go back to your work. Okay, so you'll go under here where it says completion status, you'll click on it, and there is your assignment. You'll click from there, and then it will download. You'll click here, and it will pop up. Okay, so that's how you can go back and get that assignment. Quizzes obviously are going to be here. You'll click on it and go through that. When you take the quizzes and the tests and exams, you can only see one question at a time, and you can't go back to a previous question. Okay, so please remember that. And then here is your grades. Now with grades, I'm going to grade things as they come in. So we might have students in this class who get done with stuff quickly, so I'm going to get their stuff graded and turned on and grades in online. But maybe you're not at that assignment yet. That's okay. What I'm going to do is it'll have a 0 for that assignment, but over on the side, and if you're looking at it on your phone or something, you may have to scroll. On this side, I will put a note saying people are turning this assignment in already. You still have until such and such a date to get this assignment turned in. You're fine. Okay? So make sure you kind of look for those messages from me for those grades. Okay? So don't let that fool you or worry you or anything. Okay? And so I think that's about it that we are going to be using Cobra for. Again, you know, work at your own pace if you want to move forward past the week that we're on. But if you don't want to, if you rather would just work week by week as we go through it, you know, as the time goes, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay? And if you're completely and totally confused, please email me and ask as many questions as possible. And again, we can talk on the phone, we can do a video chat, whatever you would like. Alrighty, well, you guys have a good first week 1 of your classes, and I will talk to you later.